Hey, Build Show, Steve Baczek, architect. Yes, I am on site down at our forever home and down here with Shoreline Builders and Shanley Wallboard and Plastering. They're in there hanging some board. They're doing some veneer plaster. But I thought before we go inside, I always like to kind of recap where we are, and then we'll go in and talk about where we're going.
Forever Home, a Build Original series, is brought to you by Builders First Source, Baczek Exteriors, Huber Engineered Woods, and Rockwell. Forever Home, a Build Original series.
Standing out here in the front of the house, you can see all of our siding is up. We are using a very traditional cedar lap siding on the front faces. The side faces are all getting a Maybeck shingle. This is an Eastern white cedar shingle, comes pre-finished from the factory, so they're already dipped. You put them up, nail them on, and forget about them. You can see our Schuco triple glazed windows are in. We source those through European Architectural Supply. We have our Baczek exterior trim going around here. We have our 5/4. We like to use the 5/4 so our shingles aren't sitting proud of that jam. And then we bump out the head casing so we get a little reveal there. We got our ram's crown on top. We're just take a quick walk around the house and check in on progress. Our bay window here at the brother's bedroom. And then as we go down, what I would term the dirty side of the basement, and a bunch of this dirt is going to come in and get filled up against those. But we have our Bosch equipment out here. We got one of them hooked up. We get ready for another one. That will hang on the wall here. We have our Rockwell light wells here. This one here is actually an egress well. It's covered up, but that's a full window that is 3x5, less than 44 inches, and an escape well that you can climb out. So that would allow that room to be designated as a bedroom in the basement. Coming around the back of the house here, we have our deck, and this is going to come out. We're going to have a patio. We have a spa. Grading has to commence out here, but we're right on the heels of turning from winter to summer. Literally about a week ago, there was about 2 feet of snow, 30 inches of snow in the backyard here. And we've had some warm days, a little rain, and you can see what that does. We have our 13-foot lift and slide door, asymmetrical, so it has a small door. We have our 13-foot dining room window. We have our catwalk here that's going to go into the screened-in porch. This will get a fixed screen, and it's a typical detail that Shoreline likes to use, and they'll have a stop in there with basically a Lexan panel. So you could put the Lexan panel in the wintertime and kind of winterize the room. Coming around to the side here, you can see, again, all of our Baczek exteriors. We have our soffit boards in, beautiful mitered corners up there. Notice we have the little standoff freeze board there so that our rain screen can then breathe out the top as well as the bottom. Our garage doors here. And, one of the things that, Jim and Taylor they like to do their mock-ups, show the homeowners what it is that they can expect. So they'll grab a couple pieces, they'll work up that corner, and then we're back around to the front of the house. This episode's all about the Blueboard getting installed as well as the veneer plaster. Wait till you see these artisans at work upstairs. Let's head on inside and we'll check out some board being hung. I'll see you inside. Hey, Build Show, Steve Baczek, architect. Yes, I am out on the job site of our forever home. We're pouring concrete, but that's not why I'm here to talk to you. I'm here to talk to you about exterior trim. What if I told you there's a trim out there that's rot resistant, approved for ground contact, it could get painted, it's insect resistant, it comes in a multitude of different profiles and pretty much solves all of the problems you need solved. One of the things about trim as an architect and decisions that I have to make is understanding that trim is one of the last things that goes on a house. That means it's one of the first things that gets challenged. So I need something that has very long-term durability, not only in the product, but in the company itself, right? I don't want to use some fly-by-night. Baczek Exteriors, they've been around since the turn of the century. Over 25 years, they've been making profiles. You can see here, they sent me a few here. Water tables, we have garage with the gasket, preformed corners, crown molding. This is all cellular PVC. It's not gonna rot. You can get it in color here if you want to do the porch ceiling. They have a whole bunch of stuff. Vented soffit, which we're likely going to be using on this project. So if you're looking for your next trim for your next project, you got it. Baczek Exteriors. Go check them out, azekexteriors.com. All right, so coming inside, as you can see, we're in full swing of putting up Blueboard. We don't do drywall in New England. We do Blueboard, and then we do plaster. And so this is gonna get a full veneer coat, but as far as hanging the board, there's a hanging team downstairs here. Now, if you remember during the framing, all of our exterior walls are 24 inches on center. Our interior walls are 16 inches on center. The exterior walls are all gonna get a 5/8 inch board. All of the interior walls are going to get the 1/2 inch board. So it gets staged here and it basically gets delivered in the larger format boards. The more board you can put up, the better in terms of size. They all have their square so that they can take their measurement and cut it. Here's that recess that we talked about in the framing. I shot some videos talking about air sealing across there. So this is going to have a nice recessed coffered ceiling in here to delineate this space from the larger great room here. We have our lift and slide door. Notice that all of our board is just basically coming to the doors and windows. We don't have any drywall returns on this house. Everything is going to be a wood trim. This is the corner bead that they're using. So you can see there's actually a little built up bead, and notice there is a little bump to it. And the reason for that bump is this is the bead that'll go on an outside corner. And the reason for the bump is, as well as the perforations, when they put the plaster on, this is the edge that gets screeded to, but the little perforations there is how the plaster bites the corner bead. So you have spaces like this where you have the drywall coming around the corner, and that's where that corner bead will sit. You can see we have all of our Rockwell insulation. We have our safe and sound on the interior. Once we put the board up, it'll pretty much be virtually silent down these corridors. But jumping in the room here, you can see the sequence of installing this. You always want to put the ceiling board up first. And the reason for that is that way there, the wallboard gets pushed up against it and basically holds that edge. So the ceiling goes, the wallboard comes up, gets pushed against it, and then that gets screwed off. So that's holding it up. And then they basically build down. So you have this one joint here at 4 feet, it goes down 4 feet, and then you have the last 1 foot down at the bottom. So rather than having two joints, you know, a 4 foot piece coming up and having two joints here, we want to minimize the joints and put them down near the floor where you're not really going to see them. You know, one of the things that you want to pay attention to before you drywall and after installation and such, you want to make sure all of the appropriate blocking is. So we're going to have a wall mounted toilet here. So notice we have all of the blocking there so we can attach there. But this is also for the handicapped brother. So you can see we have a bunch of blocking in here for handrails and such, so that we're pre-planning. You know, Jim and Taylor at Shoreline, they're ahead of the game. We have all of our pictures of what the vanities are going to look like here. We'll take a quick walk downstairs and I'll catch up with you down there, and we'll see what's going on down there. So let's see you downstairs. All right, so made our way down to the basement. I don't know if you can hear me, but we're fully insulated. And you can see all of the interior walls were done with the Safe and Sound product. But I wanted to bring you over here because this is actually a pretty interesting dynamic of what's happening here. So you can see here we have a framed wall with our 2 inches of closed cell. We have a framed wall here. This is actually a finished fitness room, and understand that if I peel back the 3.5 inches, you'll notice there's our 2 inches of closed cell. If you remember in the previous videos, I would slide my hand behind the stud. The stud is actually held off the foundation wall 2 inches. And the reason for that is that way there we can spray the closed cell up to the back face of the stud, and then the stud is fully exposed so that should it ever get wet by some kind of moisture event, it has the ability to dry. Now, where you see the studs, that will all get drywalled. That was at the homeowner's decision, and it basically stops at this stud. So we'll drywall all of that room. He just wanted some wall space, and this is in fact a utility space. But as we go around the corner here, we carry that closed cell. This is just going to be left exposed in this cave-like environment. We have our shop on the other side, our bathroom with sauna. You can see the electrician, everybody's done. We have our panels here. We have our Generac panels. We have our water service ductwork. But if we head on in here, this room is virtually silent. Like, I can hear the difference in my voice when I come in. We have all of our stone wool, Rockwell product on the walls, but we also have it in the ceiling. This is the homeowner. He's got his little shop down here. He's a hobbyist when it comes to woodworking and such. It has its own heating device there. We have our Bosch mini split on the ceiling. It is perfectly comfortable down here. We have our 20-minute door. That's a straight shot up the stairs and out the door to the garage. The beauty in having all of this aligned is if you want to bring a canoe down here or a 40-foot extension ladder, it's a straight shot down, nice and easy to store stuff. Let's head on upstairs to the second floor, and we're going to catch up with the Veneer Plastering team. So let's go check out some plaster. All right, so making our way upstairs, you can see we have the beginnings of the plaster job. Like I talked about downstairs, this might look like drywall, but in New England we call it Blueboard. It's not quite drywall. It has a gypsum core, but this one is specifically made to grab onto a veneer plaster. So this is what we're using. It's a USG diamond veneer finish. So it's not a joint compound. It actually will go on the wall in its entirety. Now, you probably heard of a level 5 finish where they put a full veneer on drywall. This is somewhat like that. So you can see here, they have a base coat where they go around, they tape all of the corner joints, the ceiling wall joint there, meaning corner, the actual corner there. On the outside corner, you can start to see a little through it, but there is in fact a metal corner bead you can see there. And they come through and they basically treat all of the joints with the tape, and then they do that one kind of coat veneer finish. But the beauty of the plaster is they'll come in, they'll hit this, they'll treat those joints, they'll let this room dry, they'll go return to the room that they started in, but they'll be able to do this whole floor in a day, tackling it with a few guys. And you don't have to come back, you don't have to sand it, they'll just keep working it. Now, you'll notice there's nothing around the doors, and that's for good reason, because we're actually going to hang the door and then we'll have a wood trim on there, so there's no need to put any type of reinforcement there. They'll just plaster over to the edge, call it a day. If we come in here, we can catch up with all the guys. So the mixing bucket, they basically mix that plaster in the giant drum here. It's important that we have water. And then the gentleman that's in charge of mixing it, he puts it up on the table, and then all the gents here doing their thing. This is the roll of tape, and it has a little bit of an adhesive. So you could take this and you see, if I put it on the wall, it'll actually stick to the wall. So you don't have to worry about it falling off before you go to get the plaster. And you can see they have that giant table. I'm not going to stick my hand in there, although I am tempted to show you the consistency of it. Actually, we call it mud, but it's I don't know, it's probably in the consistency of a pudding. They just keep hitting it, moving the trowel back and forth. They'll get it fully covered, and then one of the gents will be responsible for actually going through and finishing it and basically turning it into this glass-like finish. And you notice on the openings here, the inside of the openings, we don't have any board because we're going to trim this all out in casework. A lot of times you'd see that we'd have drywall returns, but in fact here, we're going to have all wood trim on the windows. So we don't need to do any of our drywall returns. They'll just plaster that right up to the edge. You can start to see how the plaster on the whole wall, it's going to dry to a nice finish there that will then prime and paint. Anyways, let's head on outside, and we'll close out this episode. I'll see you downstairs. All right, build show. Wow, there you have it. We got to see some board getting hung. We got to see the basement fully insulated. Yeah, we're using our Rockwell product down there. We got to walk around on the first floor. We got to make our way up to the second floor. Got to see some Veneer Plaster. If you haven't been watching the Forever Home series, if this is your first video, make sure you go back and check it out. We started this with the tear down of the original house. And here we are hanging board and doing plaster. We're going to return here in the near future. We're going to catch up, see some of that millwork, a bunch of the cabinets, casework, all of that stuff going in. So full-blown series. And even beyond that, if you haven't been watching, I shoot 2 videos a week. They're editorial videos where I tell you what kind of projects we're working on, and I pick out some aspects of whatever's happened in those weeks. And we shoot some really good videos on that, break out Big Red, give you the full architect understanding of those concepts. So go check that out. And yeah, just go check out the build show in general. It's all free to you. Yes, free. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Make sure you check out some of those previous episodes, and I look forward to seeing you back down here at our Forever Home when we start making all the trim, hanging doors, start putting in all of the good stuff. So I'm Steve Baczek, Architect. This is the Build Show. Until next time, long live our building.